Are you having a planning crisis? Are you in chaos right now? Are you struggling to figure out what planner you need to use for 2024? I have a strategy that might help you. Hi, welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about planning, and all around planner crisis. So many videos have come up on YouTube lately about being in a planner crisis, or not knowing what planner to use, or having just chaos this year. And I think the introduction, a real popularity of different kinds of planners have really made it very difficult for some people to stick to a planner. But I have a couple of questions that I think will maybe help you figure out what kind of planner you want to use, and if maybe you might be, like many of us in the planner community, stuck with more than one. So I'll just move this stuff out of the way a little bit. The first thing that you need to ask yourself, and this is probably the most important planner question, you have to ask yourself, what do I want a planner for? Because if you want a planner to decorate and make pretty, primarily, if that's your primary focus, then you're not really going to be happy with a planner that doesn't give you that opportunity. Otherwise, if you wanted a planner strictly for functionality and you don't want to add any stickers, you don't want to make it pretty, you just want it to be functional, appointments, to-do lists, things like that, you're not going to need anything that has a lot of space where you can put a lot of deco. So that is the most important question. What do you want a planner for? When you answer that question, it's pretty simple to be able to dial down and figure out what kind of specific planner you want. If your answer is I want to do both, you have a couple of options. You can choose multiple planners and pull apart your life into different sections, so that maybe you have a health and wellness planner, maybe you have a media planner, maybe you have a reading journal, social media planner, there's that. And then you can choose to make one or more of them decorative or functional, depending on what you want. Or you can get a planner that allows you to be as functional as you need to, but also allows you to do some deco. And that's what I have been doing historically. So I thought I'd just take a look at some of the planners and talk to you a bit about who I think these planners are for. And that might give you a sense of what might work for you. So this is a plum paper planner, and this is very good for somebody who needs a lot of customization. This is just one of the styles, but what I think is good here is this mix of the space to put decoration if you want to play with stickers. You can see that there's some stickers here, but it is mostly functional. It has to-do lists, it has tells me what to do, where I'm going, things like that. So this is primary functional, and that's what most of my planners are, but it has little pockets where I can make it look pretty. So this might work for you if in your planning you want mostly function with just a little bit of details. You may also find yourself, in terms of functionality, needing something that has the times, because you're going to be time blocking. So this is an example of a passion planner that has the times from 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And that way you can plan your day. So this is very much a functional planner. You plan what you're going to be doing during the day. You have a space for to-do lists for both work and personal. You have a section that you could decorate below here, but you could also put in more lists, you know, meal plans, exercise, things like that. This is primarily functional. There are quite a few people who do passion planner videos online that show them how decorative they can be, and there are sticker kits and everything available for this planner. But if you want something that is primarily, I'll turn to a page that's not used, primarily function, this might be the planner for you. Again, this allows you some spaces to add, you know, a little bit of deco here and there. But because it is so prescriptive in terms of what it wants you to do in each space, I think you tend to be somebody who likes to follow along with these things. Now, another planner that I use from Passion Planner is their daily. And again, this is for somebody who is doing, I think, more function over decorative planning. I have put a couple of things here because I changed, this was a 2-page per day, and I changed it to a day per page. But as you can see, it's very prescriptive in terms of what it wants you to do in each section. And I took some washi tape and covered some of those, but I think it probably works best for somebody who's going to use this in the manner that it's intended. And this is a highly productive kind of breakdown of your day. And it gives you this so you can be as productive and as functional as you want. And then here you can probably use that for decoration or even further lists. Another thing that you want to think about when you are planning is, if you are particularly a functional planner, how you want your planner to be set up. So there's vertical, horizontal. There are, I think, several different kinds of plum paper layouts. But it basically comes down to, do you want this way or do you want this way? So here is an example from Erin Condren. This is the Focus Planner, Focus Teacher Planner. And it came with the days going this way, and the blocks for the different school subjects were this way. So it was essentially, would be a horizontal planner. I can't be doing that with. So I just changed it with a Planner Cake kit to have the days going across the top and then my sidebar on this side, but you can change it either way. I think at some point I changed that. Let's see if I have an example. Oh, I thought I did. But anyway, you can put it over here if you wish. So I like to see my days this way. And I think this way works better for somebody who's making lists because it mimics the kind of sidebar here, and where you would put the lists, and you might put meals, and you might put social media here. It mimics that throughout the planner. And I think that's visually what I prefer. So that's why I changed the dates. So you can use sticker kits to take a planner that you even have now and kind of reconfigure it to fit your particular style. So if we look here, this is the way it was originally intended. So the days here, but it only goes obviously from Monday to Friday. And the subject's up at the top. So I just put that so I could get the full week in. This again allows you to be as decorative with the kits as you might want, and gives you a lot of space. This is the 7x9. So it gives you quite a lot of space to make lists, to put more stickers in, anything you want. So again, the kind of combo nature of these types of planners is really good for somebody who wants to be functional and decorative. And finally, sticking with the 7x9 is this kind of horizontal. I think this is probably best for someone who has very little to write in each day, or just wants to use it as a little journal. I think these ones are, and there are people on the internet who also do decorating of the horizontal. I find these ones the most difficult to decorate. It just, I don't know. I don't like them. But I think this is good for, like I said, somebody who wants to be writing, you know, a little bit of summary of their day, and then maybe a highlight, or their appointments here, and then, you know, a quick little synopsis. I don't think it's for somebody who wants to write a lot of lists. It just doesn't work. And also the sidebar here is really at the bottom, and yeah, I don't think that this is great for somebody who's being primarily functional. So if you've kind of gone through those options, another option, of course, is the Hobonichi paper option, the Tomoe River paper option, I should probably say. And if you've seen other videos on YouTube, you'll see that these can be as decorative or as functional, or both, as you want. I think if you are planning on moving into the Tomoe River paper and you haven't done it before, you want to ask yourself whether or not certain things are going to bother you. This is a ghosting paper. It just is. You will see things through it. So if you don't like that, the idea of being able to see, so you can see right there, things through it. If you don't like that, you're not going to like this paper, no matter how cute and aesthetic it looks on everyone else's Instagram and TikToks, etc. If that doesn't bother you, then you'll be fine. But really, that's the only thing. I think there are people who like to use watercolors, who like to use fountain pens. They work great on this paper. Other pens, especially gel pens, tend to not want to work that well on here. There are some that do work, like the Sarasa Marcon or the Klena. So you will have to think about what pen you use. But you can do as much decorating and as much functionality in this planner as you can in any of the other planners. So this is an example of the common planner, but any of the other planners will still work for you as long as you answer that fundamental question. Another thing that comes up a bit in the planner community is the kind of not being satisfied in your planner because you think the next planner will be able to sort everything out for you. And that is real. So this is a perfect example of it, I think. So the people who had problems with certain things in the Hobonichi Cousin liked the fact that a lot of those things were corrected in the common planner. And I'm looking forward to trying it out in the 2024 version for those reasons. So if you are fundamentally a functional planner and you are seeing people decorate their planners and you're putting all the stickers on it because it looks pretty, it's not going to work for you. Similarly, if you are primarily a decorative planner and you see really wonderful plans online that are detailed, got a whole big task lists and to-do lists, and check marks, everything getting done every day, and you try to do that, that's also not going to make you satisfied. So answering the question, why are you planning, is the best way of coming up with a planner system that will work for you.